What works better to sell add-on products? An upsell offer to get people in the shopping cart when they're about to buy something, like you're buying an ebook. So how about worksheets that go with it at 50% off? Or when they complete the purchase and then get redirected to a Tripwire page. And I'm going to pass this off to Caroline because this is her area of genius.
I say do them both.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that.
I mean, true story, air hug, air high five, go team. There we go. I am like a total marketing nerd. I love being pitched to. I love being sold to because I'm not an easy sell. So I know that I'm not going to be like, yeah, take all the money, all of it. Like I'll just take out another line of credit. That's totally fine. I don't care. Just take it all. I'm not like that, but I love to see the marketing process and anything that triggers me to make me want to buy. I know that that is a page that I will isolate. But here's the thing we have to remember. Our people aren't psychos like me. Normal people don't look at that and are like, you have pitched to me exactly 17 times. This is too many. Normal people aren't going to think that. So if you're ever concerned about like annoying your people with how many things you're offering them, never look at it like that. It's not a thing. They're not going to get annoyed. Although we did get annoyed once. We went through someone's sales funnel and we literally were on, what was it, page 6 of upsells and downsells. We were on page 6.
We were disappointed because we admire this girl. Very few people follow this girl, but she's huge. She's absolutely huge. But we admire this girl. So I was like, all right, enough already.
It was one of those things where it was like, why is this necessary? But that wasn't the point. It was that it was a marketer that kept doing that. That was a different thing. So if you can do an upsell page where you're offering kind of like a get this, and while you're here, other people bought this product as well. We'll give it to you in a bundle for 10% off or 20% off or whatever. Go for it. Full stop, go for it. Something worth mentioning, I don't think that you can do a Tripwire page from Shopify. So if you have a shop, that's kind of the place that you would be able to do that. Do you know what I mean? You can do upsells. If somebody says yes to your Tripwire, I have an upsell that makes the same amount of money as my Tripwire.
I love that.
I'm not kidding. It's nothing spectacular. It's nothing special necessarily, but all I have to do is it's literally a box from Sendowl. It's a box from Sendowl that says, do you want to add blankety blank and save 75% off of the price of it? And you'll say yes.
Thing is, it is the ugliest upsell box in the entire world and it converts. This is important for you guys to hear this, though. Caroline is telling you, you incorporate all the things.
All of it.
If you have a platform that offers an upsell service, you incorporate that upsell service because it takes 20 minutes to set up.
Yep.
And it works forever. Put that on your list. You incorporate those upsells because even if you just convert 1, 2, 3 people a month, it's worth your money right there.
Oh, 100%. And that's the cool thing about Tripwires and upsells. I'm a big fan of Sendowl because first off, it's very inexpensive to get started. You do have to pay for the upper level plan once you want to do an upsell for the Tripwire, but it doesn't have to be super difficult. You don't have to edit it every single month. You set it up once and it's there. This Tripwire upsell thing that I have currently was set up in 2017.
Oh my gosh.
It makes me $3,600 a month.
Oh, see, that's absolutely awesome. The best part is Sendow's super easy to use. It was one of the very first programs I purchased and I still have it. Super easy to use. I have no plans of getting rid of it. You can add affiliates if you're in the upper plan. You can see what you sold with one click. It is easy to use. So yeah, highly recommend Sendow.
So the answer to the question here is, do we want to do upsells or Tripwires? I say both.
You want to do all the things because here's the thing, not every single person is going to take advantage of every single avenue. It's not all going to speak to their buyer's soul. And you have to make sure you're incorporating all the things so that you can get them on whatever level they're going Here you are.
It's true. And then, of course, like with Send Owl, you can tag people who have bought certain things or who haven't bought certain things, who added something to their cart but didn't actually follow through on it. You can see all of that stuff on the back end. There's a lot of different things that go on Techie, and I'm not going to get into it because it will hurt my brain. But you can reoffer that product at a different date at a higher price. A little bit, doesn't have to be like, going from $17 to $71. Like, you can offer it again, because some people, let's be real, some people aren't the sale buyers. There are some people who don't look at it as, wow, that's a great deal, I should buy it. There are some people who are like, I don't know who you are, I'm not going to give you any more of my money right now. And that's totally fine. They just need more time to marinate in your awesomeness, in your audience.
That doesn't mean they'll never buy. That just means you're not ready to buy right now.
And it takes some time sometimes. And that's why re-offering the things that you have as tripwires, as upsells, is so wonderful, because not everybody's going to buy everything. Sometimes they might have missed that little checkbox.
Mm-hmm.
And if they missed it, there's nothing wrong with offering it again, because you know that your ideal person is looking for exactly that.
Alina, what's a good path to take a new email subscriber to your paid product? Like email with the freebie, email with something else, and then email a product pitch. Basically how I do it is I do blog post with a freebie that matches the blog post exactly. Then I offer a Tripwire at sign up that as closely matches that freebie as humanly possible. Here's the thing. The closer it matches, the better it sells. And then I put them on a week welcome sequence that pertains to that freebie and Tripwire. And then I re-offer the Tripwire in that welcome sequence at a higher price, filtering out anybody that purchased the Tripwire.
Okay, so say this again, Tracy, so that we can have a visual representation of it.
So blog post, because that's always important. You have to always start with the blog post. So blog post to freebie, which is closely related to the blog post. Offer a Tripwire that relates to that freebie as close as possible. Put them on a welcome sequence. Re-offer the Tripwire at a higher price. I usually, if the Tripwire was $7, I'll offer at $9 or $11. And that's how I do it that way. And then I also offer a product at the end of that welcome sequence that again takes them on the path. So most of my products go on a path. So when I talk about being closely related, let's talk about my homesteading blog. So if I have a blog post on chickens, and I have a freebie that is a checklist of that blog post that I give them. And then the Tripwire is how to make sure your chickens do not get sick course. And then in the welcome sequence on day like 3 or 4, I'll say, hey, I noticed that you didn't snag this offer when I gave it to you a few days ago. And I know you can get busy and I know things can get crazy, but here's another chance to grab it right now. I don't tell them the price is higher. No. I just tell them, this is the last chance you're going to be able to get this product at a discount.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, guys. If they buy, they're not going to know you raised the price because you're going to filter them out with the tags. So then I re-offer it at a higher price. And then a few days later, I then offer my big product of my chicken coop course at the end. So that's how I do it.
If you have a pin or something that goes directly to one of your freebie opt-in pages, then you can skip the blog post. But the bottom line is you're still getting people who are your ideal, perfect people because of why they are on your site. They want whatever this is, your freebie. And so you have to make sure that it's not just something general or like that you don't want to talk about. So if you have a blog post, and we've talked about this before, if you have a blog post, like I have blog posts that are about recipes on my site. I don't talk about recipes. I am not a chef. I am not even kind of anywhere near someone who should be giving out any information on food. I am not that kind of a human. But all of my recipes talk about frugality. All of them talk about being on a budget and meal planning and managing all of those kinds of things, taking care of your grocery bill, making sure that you're using up all of the food in your pantry before it goes bad, freezer meals, all of that stuff. And so my freebie isn't going to be a list of recipes because that's going to get people who want to hear about food and cooking on my blog or on my email list. And I have no intention of talking about that kind of stuff. But I do have a freebie that talks about other ways to save money. I do have a freebie that is for meal planning that is designed for frugality, not just meal planning for the sake of meal planning, but meal planning as a way to save money. And that's why these freebies specifically for your niche need to be very, very specific. How many times can I say specific in one sentence? But that's why it's important, because everything comes together. If they already bought your Tripwire, they're not going to see this Tripwire re-offer, because right in here, there's going to be a yes or no question that you can kind of sort people out. So it's going to kind of go like this. Oh my gosh, this looks even worse. There's going to be a little diagram that's either going to say, if yes, they bought, they're not going to see the Tripwire re-offer. You can then offer them another one of your products. You can either offer them one of your products, or if they didn't buy your upsell, you can offer that as the product inside of there. So there's a lot of different things that you can do. Sorry.
No, I think that's genius. I think that's important to see the path, because here's the thing. You don't want to be a pinball when you're offering Tripwire's products and freebies. It needs to be as straight of a path as possible, because if you're going back and forth on different topics just to make a buck, then it's not going to work. So your ultimate goal is to help your reader, and everything else just falls into place. The cohesiveness just all lines up when you keep that as your main purpose.
Absolutely. And you don't want just your email sequence to be, did you see that I have another product that you can buy? Go buy it.
Gloria would like to know the difference between upsells and tripwires.
Difference between an upsell and a tripwire. So a tripwire is just basically the fancy schmancy way of saying that once somebody signs up for your email list, then they're going to go over to a page, a separate page that is going to say, yay, you're in, awesome sauce. Your freebie is on its way to your inbox right now. But while you're here, we are going to offer you something super, super special that no one else is going to see at such a low price. And you can get it now. It's a $98,000 value and you get it for $7. Oh my gosh. And so people are going to be like super excited about that. An upsell is what happens when they've already said that they want something, whether it's the Tripwire or one of your other products. They already want something and you're saying, but wait, there's more. It's the Billy Mays here kind of thing of like of selling online. Is your upsell is they've already said that they want this. They've added it to their cart. And once they are in the cart, there is an option to add something else with the click of a button. That's what an upsell is. So you can have an upsell for any other product. It doesn't just have to be for your Tripwire. You can do it inside of Shopify. You can do it inside of ThriveCart. You can do it inside of SendOwl for any of the products that you have. I do it inside of Teachable, but it's not for Teachable. I do it with my lead pages.
Yeah.